welcome everyone to this event. Those who are in here in person, those who are out there virtually, and those who are on their way here but haven't arrived yet. But I've gotten a couple of calls that told me that they're coming in. And I want to say this. We're here because kidney disease affects so many of us. And I know that many of you may be aware or may not be aware. But we're here today really to talk about that. Again, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Richard Knight, and I'm pleased and proud to serve as the Vice President and co-founder of the APO1 Action Alliance. I got a cue card right there telling me its name. And of course, this is our first major event, the Empowerment Summit. And sitting on the front right there is Sharon Rouse, who is the president and co-founder and driving force. And more to come. We'll hear much more from her later as we get into the day. But I want us to take a moment for those who are living with kidney disease. Many of us know the numbers. 37 million Americans have kidney disease. That's 1 in 7 adults. But most don't know it. Only 10% do. Now, APOL1 mediated kidney disease is a small percentage of that. But when we get deeper into the numbers, we know that African Americans are 13% of the population, 32% of the patients on dialysis. So that gives us pause to take a deeper look. And that's what we're here to do. So many of you who are living with kidney disease, carrying that burden, and you may have someone in your family carrying that burden. But the good news is that we're at a point now where we can diagnose the disease. If it's good old-fashioned kidney disease like me, I lost my kidneys due to hypertension, or if it's one of the other kidney diseases. In this case here, we're talking about APOL1. But if we can, I just want to take a moment because I'm certain that many of you, like myself, have lost family and friends to kidney disease. So I really just want to take a moment and bow our heads and just remember to have a moment of silence. Thank you for that. And now we're going to introduce you to APOL1 in another way. This is a very structured approach, and those who are much smarter than me arranged it. So right now, we're going to take a look at what is APOL1, and we're going to hear it from the voices of patients.
So thinking back over, I would say 15 was probably the first time that I realized that something was going on. Didn't equate it to kidney disease at all. But I remember being told I was spilling protein in my urine, and so I'd hear the doctor tell my parents, little protein there, but you know, that's normal sometimes on your lab work, and so she's okay. We were on vacation one summer in Williamsburg, Virginia, I woke up in extreme pain, abdominal pain, and I was rolled over on the bed, and it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and so it wouldn't go away. He was like, okay, maybe if you try this, or let's take this, and so still the pain persisted. So he said, okay, let's go to the hospital. It was excruciating pain, and I thought at one moment I was dying, but when we got there, they said, we think it's a kidney stone. But we don't see anything right now in her CT scan or anything. We don't see the stone, but it must have been a kidney stone. So I followed up with a urologist. I did the infusion where they put the dye through to see if there was a stone there. They never found anything, but I never had that pain again. And so little things like that happen. I would get strep throat quite often when I was younger. So thinking back now, I'm like, those were probably signs of kidney disease then that no one picked up on. I wish I'd known that protein spilling in your urine was far from normal, that it was abnormal, and that was a sure sign, or at least a pretty good sign that something's going on with the filters in your kidney.
My wish for the medical sphere, I would say, is just have more of an understanding of ancestral lineage, because I feel like in our situation, in our journey, that was the one thing that was missed. And we had that one little birdie of a voice who kept trying to bring that to the forefront. But because it wasn't a norm in those cultures, they just didn't think about it. I would just love that all medical professionals come to the table from a culturally responsive lens. Don't think just what you think, was taught on the surface in medical school. Listen as much as you educate. You all are phenomenal. You all have went to school for thousands of years, in my opinion, to know all of what you know, but don't discredit parents and children or patients with the knowledge of experience that they too bring to the table.
When I look back over the years where I was back in 2004 when I initially started dialysis, and on up to 2006 when I got my transplant, what brings me hope now is that we have answers. Back then, we just tried to do the best that we could. We didn't have a lot of answers. We didn't have the hope that the science brings us now. And with us, that's the beauty about what we're doing. We're set up to collaborate with. We work with the American Kidney Fund, who pretty much started this focus on the APL1 gene. We work with the organization that I used to be president of, and still on their board, the American Association of Kidney Patients. A lot of talent, a lot of skills there. We work with Sharon's organization, in addition to this one, Kindness for Kidneys, because she does support groups so we can let them be aware of it. So all of these things we're looking at, not operating in silos, because for the longest time, healthcare has operated in silos. We're doing this in a much more targeted, strategic fashion. Whew. I'm telling you, that was powerful. Every time I see that, it just reminds me of how this is impacting. And did you notice the young people? And that's what a lot of this is about. I have a lot of my older friends here because I want them to tell their kids and their grandkids. But now, I want to take a moment because we couldn't just come out and do this. We had help. So I want to certainly recognize our sponsors, because without them, this simply would not be possible. First of all, this Kindness for Kidneys. They serve as our host and fiscal sponsor to allow us to get going immediately. Then we have Vertex, our empowerment partner. Vertex is doing a lot of work in this area. We love it, and we certainly appreciate their support. Next, we have Travere Therapeutics. They're an empowerment ambassador. And finally, we have Maze, very solid organization, and they're here with us today, so I want you to take a chance to step over and talk with them, get some more information during the break. And I mean, quite frankly, this just touches my heart, which is why we do it. And I'm just so excited to have the support from all of you being here. And again, our goal is education for you to go forward.